Okay, awesome. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for your patience. As you guys can see, we did start tonight's podcast a little bit later. Just a little bit. We wanted to do like an experiment and see like what worked and everything like that. So we're going to see what happens when we do ghost stories a little bit later at the night. Because, I mean, Dre, do you really want to hear a ghost story like when it's still daytime, or do you want to hear a ghost story when it's like super creepy out?
No, it's got to be creepy.
Yeah, I mean, the spookier it is, the creepier it is, then we can just be creepy and then get creeped out a little bit more.
Compliments.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a lot of things that we actually want to like go over tonight and everything like that. Some like experiences with psychics and everything like that. I think Andrea said she probably experienced some and everything like that. I definitely did, and I'm interested in that kind of thing as well too. I've actually done like a reading on her, and that's actually what we're gonna do right now. So I have my own deck. Disclaimer: I'm not a certified tarot reader. I am not a tarot reader at all, not psychic at all. I just experience weird things and then I talk about it on the podcast. So, when we do this tarot reading, it's solely for fun. I don't know what the cards mean, so we're going to Google what the card means. And it's funny because I did this during the podcast with Andrea before, and it ended up being extremely weirdly accurate. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was pretty legit.
The story, because of the quarantine and everything like that, and then pandemic, like nobody knew what was going on or anything like that. I was like, let's do a quick reading and stuff. And she got like the hermit, and the hermit meant, oh, for some reason you're like being a hermit, you're like hiding in and everything like that. And it also said that she would be okay. So I was like, okay, the podcast says, don't worry, you're going to be okay. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. So the really cool thing about doing this is, I don't know, it's just fun. I've done some readings on myself. I noticed that like it works better the more that like we just like are in tune with ourselves and we can do a reading and stuff. So because of what we're going to talk about tonight, I figured it'd be really cool to just do a really quick reading on Drea. Let's see what happens. Maybe she's going to be told she's a clown or something. I don't know. Let's see.
A clown involved.
Alright, so what we're gonna do, we'll do it like last time. Cool. So I'm gonna go like spread it out really quick for you. Alright, so Drea. So this is exactly what I just did on quarantine. What I'm gonna do is just kind of like wave my finger above all of the tarot. Again, we're doing this for fun. I have no idea how to do tarot. Maybe someday I will, but cool. It seemed to be accurate last time. Let's try again. Alright, Drea, so just go ahead. My finger is going to go up and down this tarot. Drea, just let me know. Say stop when you want me to stop.
Stop.
Stop. Alright, so we landed on like 2 cards. This is usually what happens, like especially when we did the reading last time. So, Drea, do you want to do card 1 or card 2?
2.
Alright, cool. She went with card 2. I kind of have like a really good feeling about card 2.
It's the card of death.
I feel like
I mean, turn anything over yet.
Because of the podcast. Alright, maybe it's just like, vibing with that kind of energy. I don't know. Alright, cool, Drea. So we're going to go ahead. Again, just tell me when to stop.
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 Alright, cool. So what we're going to do, because I feel like my hand is like that a little bit. Alright, so we actually have like 4 cards kind of, so are you going to do 1, 2, 3, or 4?
You're killing me.
3. Alright, cool. There you go. Awesome. Okay, cool. So we're going to do like 1 more, because I think 3 would be a really cool story. 2 is just like you have the juice, you have like the beginning, you have like you don't have the middle, there's no question
taco.
Marks. There's no taco. Alright, cool. Alright, ready? Tell me when to stop. I totally thought you were going to say stop. She tricked it, man. Oh my god, she
stop.
Right here?
Yes.
1 or 2?
1.
1. Alright, cool. So we have 3 tarot cards for Andrea. Let's find out what's up. That's weird.
Show the card.
Alright, cool. So these are the cards that we have right here.
So beautiful.
So these are all of the wands. So the first thing, Dre, just look up Knight of Wands really quick and find out what that means.
Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands or batons is a card used in Latin suited playing cards, which include tarot decks. It is a part of what now?
No, go ahead.
It is a part of what tarot card readers call the minor arcana.
Yep.
Tarot cards are used throughout much of Europe to play tarot card games. But what is the meaning of this? In English-speaking countries, blah, blah, blah. Key meanings. The key meaning of the Knight of Wands are challenge, determination, foreign travel, leadership, and unpredictability. Foreign travel is weird.
Foreign travel? Yeah. Where are you going?
Well, I want to go.
Okay.
I want to go to many places.
So foreign travel, some like questionable times and everything like that?
Yeah.
Cool. We also have, I think it's a 5. So a 5 of wands.
5 of wands.
That's weird. You got 3 wands. I don't know what that means.
Tarot card interpretation of meaning 5 of wands reverse introduction. The reversed 5 of wands can indicate open conflict and competition. Usually this is in career, work arena, general. As with the upright 5 of wands, you have a real need to believe and trust in yourself now.
Okay, cool. So, definitely you gotta, like, travel.
Interesting.
So you're thinking about traveling, but also you gotta, like, trust yourself at the same time. So, yeah. Alright, and then the next one is gonna be, I don't even know how many that is. That's 4. That's 8. So we have 8 of wands. What does that mean?
Conveys immediate information or action, news swiftly traveling. Because the suit of wands relates to information, look for new communication and unexpected news. Depending on surrounding cards in the draw, may indicate the speed of these events.
Alright, so it sounds like it's just gonna happen, like, really fast.
That's cool.
So I don't know, like, in all 3 of them, you ended up getting told that there was, like, a surprise, basically. Like a surprise, so, I don't know.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming really fast, I guess. Yeah, so, does that, like, vibe with you at all? Does anything
I mean,
come
the
up
traveling part does, because all I want to do is travel.
Where do you want to go?
Now that we're stuck. I want to go to somewhere really warm, like Hawaii or Puerto Rico.
Okay, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, we have all of that. Cool. So you guys, tarot readings are really interesting. There's people everywhere, pretty much all the time, who are just doing tarot readings for some extra cash and everything like that. Some people do it for like a full time. So it's really cool, like, with the message that they can tell you when you get, like, a reading and stuff like that. Sometimes it's a story. And everything like that. Just sounds like Andrea, trust your path and everything like that. But the reason why I actually chose this topic for tonight was because just psychics are really interesting. There's psychics, there's mediums who literally say that they have that kind of connection with the afterlife, with the other world and everything like that. And I've met some people who were really pretty accurate. So I think you said that you definitely had experiences.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it really comes down to, like, if you feel connected to the person that's doing your reading. Because I've done it, I think, maybe, like, twice when I was, like, younger, and it just felt like bullshit. Like, just something that, like, oh, like, I see that, like, you're gonna go and, like, go to college, because, like, I was around that, like, age group, so, like, yeah, pretty obvious. Like, oh, you have a boyfriend, like, just, like, really obvious things. So I never had, like, an experience where I was like, oh my god, like, my life is gonna go this way, and, like, yes, looking forward to it, and oh my god, how would you possibly know that? It was all kind of obvious things. So I think that's what really makes people going to like a psychic and having like an awesome experience versus like that was pretty like fake. Like, how
I know.
deep can they get into it kind of thing?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely know what you mean, because going to a psychic, if you don't know the person and everything, like, you really just don't know what kind of reading they're going to give you, how it's going to go, or anything like that. But I actually have 2 experiences that I actually, paid to see a psychic. It was 2 different psychics, and one was really good, and the other one, I'll kind of go with that. Some spiritual experiences happened after a few of them, so I'll go over that as well, too. The first one that I'll kind of like start it off with, so it's mostly like ghost related and everything like that for the ghost podcast. I don't know if I told you this story, but when I worked in the office job, me and my coworker found out that there was actually a psychic that worked right downstairs under our office. And we just one day after work had some extra time and everything like that. And before driving home, we were like, let's go see this psychic really quick. So that's what we did. And it just so happened she was actually available. I think she just finished up with somebody and they did their reading, and they kind of came out of the room and they were like, oh my gosh, thank you so much and everything like that. Thank you for this experience. And they were just really grateful, and I was like, wow, I'm super excited to see what she's gonna say to me. And she actually like called me in finally, and I went in, and she just kind of said like the basics, just like you said, and I was kind of just like, oh well, this is a little cheesy. Anybody could say, okay, you have brown hair. Oh, when's your birthday? Oh, November 2nd. Well, you're definitely a Scorpio. Yeah. Well, you got this card, so have you smiled recently? You definitely smiled.
You should smile more.
So definitely kind of started out with those kind of basics. But something really interesting that she did say to me was with my grandmother, and she was like, my grandmother just passed a few months ago, and with my grandmother, she said, oh, your grandmother, she's actually coming back. She shows you to, she shows herself to you as like a cardinal, so one of those red birds and everything like that.
So pretty.
And I was like, oh, well, that's really cool. I was like, but I never see those and everything like that. And I guess we have them in Connecticut, which is like, you can kind of say, oh, she comes as a bird, and then it's like, oh, look, a bird, So I kind of, the psychic reading wasn't the greatest at the end of the day. She had one of those pendulums, and it was going back and forth and everything, and I kind of left, and I was like, well, I've seen better. But then what was actually really weird was I went to bed that night, and I was getting ready for work in the morning. And that's when I went to bed, and then I woke up the next morning ready to go to work. And when I left that morning, there's a big tree, like right next to the porch of like where I live. And there was a big red cardinal bird just sitting there right in front of me, in the tree in front of me. And I was like, whoa, well, that's really cool, because that's definitely never happened. I think I still have the picture that I could probably show you guys, but it's really cool. I know that we have those, but after that day, I think it happened maybe one more time, maybe 3 more times after that. And after that, it really hasn't happened more after that, but it's really cool. It was just really weird that I met the psychic. She said she shows up as a cardinal, and then that morning, this cardinal was just sitting there on the tree, and the cardinal didn't like move or anything like that. It was just kind of like there, and I was like, whoa, it's like showing itself to me. It's just there, which was really interesting. So I don't know, maybe she like tuned into something, her intuition about it, but it was a very weird coincidence, very weird spiritual experience.